Oh, that changed. The following... No, I didn't say your name. The following is a special presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Why, hi there, I'm Ron Juckett, and welcome to a very special presentation here on Retro Sports Network. Today, to celebrate our 250 subscribers to the channel, we're going to debut Uncle Ron's Golf Planet. Using ASG Golf, we're going to play an 18-hole, a full stroke play round between Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth on some beautiful Augusta National stuff here. No rough, no wind, just two power players doing power things to a power course. But yes, primarily it's to thank you guys for being subscribers, 250. We'll throw this in the mix and other things that we do on the weekend. I can't call it, well, if you're familiar with the old Shell's Wonderful World of Golf, I can't call it that because that would be a copyright infringement. But essentially, the point of the series is 18 holes of stroke play. Whoever wins has the lowest score after 18 holes is the winner. If they're tied, then they're tied. Who really cares? But, so this is not match play. This is stroke play. But we're going to start with the new decade set that's out for ASG Golf. The 2010s are out, and so there's a proper card for Rory McIlroy, a proper card for Jordan Spieth. I'm going to play both golfers, and you really can't beat Augusta, can you? We're going to be there in a couple of weeks, and I want to see how long it's going to take to get around in because I see it all-time Masters in this channel's future. So as you look out at the course, and I bring in the chat. Oh, gee, hope you're feeling better. I like women's golf, too, and there's a greenest women's set here, and I'd love to take them for a spin at Augusta. Actually, the amateurs, women amateurs, are going to take a spin at Augusta, I believe, next weekend, and it's going to be on NBC. All right, the first hole, T Olive. Rory McIlroy has the honors. Slight dogleg right place up the hill, so you're going to lose about 10 yards on a drive with a yawning bunker. 317 yards off the tee. They aren't reaching that one. Drive to the left, may catch the trees. An accurate approach is needed to an undulating green. There is no such thing as a flat green at Augusta anyway. Anything short will roll back and down the fairway. And so here we go. There's your landing spots. It's pretty narrow by that there. You're not going to go with driver here. And you can see the arrows up on the by the green where you better hit it. So Rory is going to try his 3-wood. Hope you're feeling better, OG. And Rory rolls a 1-4, which is a good one. And so he hits that one 269, 150. Left in the pin. If it's the game volume's too low, I don't think I can change that. So now here's Jordan. Jordan's actually won here. He's going to take a 3-wood. 3-wood should go about 260 for him. I'll tell you what I can do, though. There. I turned down the volume, for me anyway. Hopefully that won't be too loud. So George's going to take his 3-wood. He's aiming a little bit to the left. He rolls a 5-6. That's short. That's a 30. So that's only 214 yards off the tee. So he hit a wicked fade, and he's got 200 yards to the hole. That's the bad news. The good news is it's considered flat distance to the hole. Nope, this is ASG Golf, Dave. So 198, but it's between clubs for Spieth. The card and dice game that you play on the computer, you can actually manually roll the dice if you want to do that. 198 for Spieth, and he's going to be between clubs. Good news is if he can reach the green, it's a flat green. So 5-iron for Spieth is going to knock down. He's got to be careful. He can run it right through the back and into what passes as rough here. And he hit the front of the green. So he hit a knockdown shot. Got a good dice roll of a 6-1. And that will leave him about 55 feet for birdie. Now McIlroy has a good shot here. We're going to go with a pitching wedge. And again, you can see where his perils are. We can zoom on the green. That's what a shot... I mean, it's a typical Augusta green. It's here, there, and everywhere. It's a corn maze without a real solution. He's going to have to hit this awful hard. He does. He does. A 6-1 roll is a 13 dice result number, and a 13 you can see in the upper right there. 150 yards, 5 yards either way. So McIlroy's within 30 feet for birdie. Spieth is just going to lag this. Spieth is on the putting chart you see in the upper right. It goes to 1 through 5. 1 easy, 5 most difficult, and Jordan's not messing with this. He rolls a 3-4, which gives you dice result number 25. The higher the dice result number, the worse the result. And he's got 3 feet for par. What's Rory going to do? Rory's going to go for this. Actually, no, he's going to lag it. Same result either way. So he makes it on a 1-1, a 3-3, a 6-6, and a 2-2. And he rolled a 3-6. So he's got 2 feet for par. He makes his par. And so does Spieth. And so they're all even up after one hole. If you got questions, ask away. We go to the par 5 second, Pink Dogwood. The easiest hole on the course. This dogleg left should be reachable, and 2 for the longer hitters, and these 2 certainly qualify. Drives past the bunker will catch a downslope. No one's reaching the bunker without any wind. Large, deep greenside bunkers can catch an errant second shot. Use the contours on the green for the pins to the right. And look where that pin is cut. That pin is cut on the back right. It is not downhill, at least off the tee. And Rory is going to play smart and hit a 3-wood. Gets a great roll. Doubles are always a great roll. He's about 10 yards right of his target. I mean, with a roll, it's about 270 off the tee, and he will lay up for his 3rd. Now, Spieth. He's thinking driver. He will go with the driver, but he can control it. Because there's a long drive charted on a certain dice roll. So if he rolled a 1-1, I'm looking here. There's only, there's 3. So 1-1, 6-6, and I'm guessing 3-3? Yeah. That could go too long. You don't want that to go in the bunker. So he's tempting fate, gets a good roll. Anything in the single digits, you see that 4 turn bold. And so Jordan is 301 to the hole. McIlroy will hit first. Got 320. He's going to let it all air out with the 3-wood. Well, that's a good shot. He's going to have a nice pitch from about 50 yards for his 3rd. So he's going to give himself a birdie chance. And now Spieth. Same shot. His 3-wood doesn't go as far as Rory's, but he's not going to be able to reach this green anyway. And the 3-6, you can see the 29 light up, and that's not great, but it's so wide here, it's not a bad shot. How you doing, Bobby Catalano? And so Jordan's going to have a nice little pitch to the green for his 3rd. And when we hit the suggest button, the computer says he's going to hit this right about a yard away from the pin. And if he hits it right, he'll miss that bunker and take the slope to the left and roll it back. Oh, that's beautiful. Is that in? Oh, Jordan hit that a yard away. He's got a tap-in birdie on, too, here in Augusta. He got the perfect dice roll. Anything with a double is a perfect dice roll, and Jordan's looking at birdie on 2. Now here's Rory. I think Rory's going to have to lob it. Nope. They're telling Rory to go left and catch that big slope that goes from left to right and hope it feeds down to the hole. Oh, gee, hope you feel better. Clinton says aim to the left. The computer agrees with the rear admiral, and here's Rory's shot. Now, the key for Rory is if he hits it to the right, that's in the bunker. And that's exactly what happened. It went 2 yards to the right, and Rory lies 3 in the sand. Remember, this is stroke play, not match play. So Rory working off the short wedge chart. It's an easy bunker shot. It's going to roll down the hill, and he's aiming about a yard to the left. And that's a good shot, but it's going to roll fast. He's going to have about 8 feet for par. Well, 7 feet if you ask. So Rory, who really should be putting, I mean, Spieth's got a foot for birdie. Rory has a 20 in 36 chance of making this. Rolls the dice and oh no. He rolled a 34. Remember, the higher the dice result number, there it is, the worse the result. So Rory's going to bogey the par 5 second. All right, Jordan. There's only one dice roll. You don't roll a 2-4. Anything else, it's a birdie. 6-5. That's a terrible roll, but it works. So after 2 holes, Spieth's birdie and Rory's bogey gives Spieth 1 under. Time for Flowering Peach, the 3rd hole here at Augusta National, the shortest par 4 in the course. Golfers usually hit short of the 4 fairway bunkers, resulting in a full club to an L-shaped green where it's better to be long than short. The tricky green slopes right to left. And we look at the chart and seeing that, I don't know why they don't go for it. If you're going to be short, it's just going to roll you anyway. Oops. That's not what I wanted. There we go. So Jordan's going to flirt with the bunkers and go with this 3-wood. Leave himself a nice wedge coming in. Hope you feel better, OG. Use my Jim Nance voice, okay. All right, so you ready? Here's Spieth. 3-wood, left side. Wants to leave himself about 90 yards, I would think. Crowd like, or the patrons like it, 2-6. They should. 254 off the tee. He got a good shot, and it rolls to about 100 yards. He'll be able to spin a wedge. Now Rory's going to challenge this. He's aiming right for the pin. I don't understand why on a hole this short they're not going for it. We'll find out in a minute whether it was worth it. 2-5's a good roll. In fact, it's a very long roll. He won't reach the green, but he wheels it 315 yards down the middle of the fairway and leaves himself 38 with his second shot. So he's going to spin a wedge right there. So Spieth has 100 yards. And the suggestion, now you can see where these greens are tricky. The aim spot is 3 yards to the right. And look how that green slopes from right to left. He won't leave it short. The bolder the arrow, the steeper the slope. So Jordan, to say this is delicate is kind of an understatement. Oh, will it hold the green? It will hold the green. That was not a good chip. Left it 6 yards short and 2 yards to the left. And he's looking at 24 feet for birdie. Now here's Rory. Look where Rory's aim point is. 5 yards to the right of the pin. And he read it beautifully. Well, hold. The ball actually got quite hot. Got the desired dice roll, just hard to keep it close. But Rory's got 10 to 12 feet for birdie. Jordan, from 23 feet, is going to go. He's got a 5 and 36 chance of making it. Oh, no. He rolled a 29, and he's got 6 feet for par. And don't fall asleep in the tub. Now, Rory coming back up the hill. This is putting chart 3 of 5. If you're familiar with ASG golf, this is a tough putt. And he left it short. Oh, he left it short, but he should be able to make the par. Don't roll a 2-4. He rolls a 3-6, and Rory's in with a par, so he's 1 over through 3. Now Spieth to hold his 2-shot advantage. Yep, rolled a 13. That was a monster putt, 22, but he still had a good chance of making it. Had the toughest putting chart, and that's just the wrong distance, but Spieth is a master of those 6 to 10 footers. So we go to the first par 3 with Spieth holding a 2-shot advantage. Now 193 off the tee. Now I'm going to use my best Jim Nance voice. Hello, friends. This is Flowering Crabapple. Today playing 193 off the tee. A long par 3 that got a whole lot longer with the most recent round of changes. The hole is made even tougher by changing winds. 2 greenside bunkers guard the wide, sloping green. All right, so it's flat off the tee, but the wind will swirl here, and anything short will spin off. So 6 iron for Spieth, and he's going to try. You don't know what the winds are going to do here. So he's just going to try to put this in play. That's not good. That's not good. He missed it 5 yards to the right, and the wind knocked it down 10 yards. So Spieth is below the hole. He's going to have to chip from 17 yards. Now here's McIlroy. And Rory clubs up one. He pulls out the 6 iron. You guys got any questions at all, ask them. Rory, kind of hoping the dice gods are with him. Rolls a 1-2, which is well short. He got the 10-yard wind kick, and it moved it 5 yards to the right, and he under hit the 6 iron. So he's got 24 yards. And that's why the 4th is a tough hole. And in fact, the distance is so there, it moves him onto a tougher chart. My favorite club is the sandwich. I like bacon. I like turkey. I like mayo. All right, so Rory's target is to hit this 3 yards beyond the hole. If he can just get this on the green, he can maybe salvage par. I think, well, he got lucky there. You see where the boxes light up on the upper right there, 3 yards short and a yard to the left. And that leaves him about 7-8 feet for par. Not a gimme by any stretch. Now here's Spieth. Jordan should be able to land this there. A yard left is where they're telling Jordan to hit it. And that's a beautiful shot. And it's a good thing he didn't lob it. You see that L next to that +1 on the upper right? He would have bladed that lob. And bad things happen. So Jordan's going to have a par here in the 4th. McIlroy from 9 feet. Up the hill for Augusta, it's flat. For any place else, it's not. So he's got about a 50-50 chance here. And he made it. And he rolled a 13 on the 4-2, and McIlroy is in with a par. That's a big par. Now, Spieth, just don't roll a 2-4. Anything else, and the putt is good. Doubles always work on putts. So through 4 holes, Jordan Spieth still holds a 2-shot lead. How you doing? Why am I playing golf? You know, golf, Bobby, is actually my second favorite sport. Behind baseball. All right, Clinton wants more Jim Parks. How you doing? What's blazing? T-Dub, the boxing maestro. Okay, but now I got to use my Jim Nance voice. Magnolia playing at 435 on the card. An uphill dog leg left hole with a sloping green. This hole is inspired by the famed road hole at St. Andrews. I guess I can see that. The deep fairway bunkers make accuracy off the tee essential. It's a 315-yard carry over the bunkers. The pin is always on the upper level of this 2-tiered green, which slopes down to the front. All right, let's see what yardage is. If Jordan has been, yeah, it really is. Jordan has been given a driver. You're losing 10 yards on the shot, and you can see if you leave it short by those bunkers, it could roll into what passes for rough here. So 295 is what 280, I think, is what he's kind of shooting at here. Kind of an awkward distance for Jordan off the tee. And that's a good shot. That's on the very far right of the fairway. But he only has 161 and a good angle to the pin. Now here's Rory, who's going to go with the 3-wood. He's too long with a driver. His driver, that 1W, says 310. And so this is not where Rory's going to challenge the course. He's going to take his short little 3-wood and just take his chances here in a second. And he got lucky. 254. And he got a good dice roll with the distance. So he's sitting there 172 for a second. All right, 171. So there's no real, you don't want to miss it long. And here's the green. You can see where that ridge is. If you get up over the ridge, then it kind of slopes towards the bunker. So McIlroy will hit his 8-iron, which should go about 175. 171-yard shot. Bobby, did you sell anything with your YouTube video? McIlroy. Oh, he got some spin on it. That is about as good as you can do with an 8-iron. And Rory's going to sit there with about 15 feet for birdie here on 5. Now here's Spieth, 160. He's going to play his 8-iron. Same club as Rory, but you can tell the distance between McIlroy and Spieth with the clubs. And he's going to go right at it. And when I mean right at it, I mean about 5 feet. So Spieth has a good birdie putt here at 5 as well. We move up to the 5th green, and Rory has 14 feet. So a 1 in 3 chance pretty much for Rory to at least get it back to even. Nope, overcooked it. 33 on the play result number. Leaves him 3 feet for par. And now here's Spieth. Not quite a tap-in, but I've seen Jordan miss these before. Want this time, roll to 26 on the 5-4, and Jordan, through 5 holes, is 2 under par and a 3-shot lead on McIlroy. Rory. Takes his par. And we go to the nastiest 6th hole. Just showing off, I guess. Jim Oaks, this is... No, you have tried, Bobby. Keep doing it. This is All-Star Games Golf. ASG Golf. On sale from ASG Games. Makers of distributors of classic soccer, time travel tennis, fall classic baseball, Sherco baseball, and some other, and hoops. The download game Hoops, which is both in college and pro sports, or pro basketball. So asggames.com. And they have a demo which gives you 24 golfers, and you can play the last 9 holes at Sawgrass. So what's Spieth going to do? Jim, tell us about Juniper. Juniper today playing 185. The 6 is the par 3. Fans often gather on the hillside beneath its elevated tee, which looks down to a large target. The green features a big hump on its right, making pin position the key. 3 putts are not uncommon. All right, so you're getting 5 yards here. Well, it looks like he's going to club down to a 7-iron. Trees to the right, lots of green to the left. You will not hit the short. Make sure I hit the right button. Spieth leads by 3 through 5 holes. And he hit an absolute gem. Anytime you get doubles, that's a great shot. It drifted 5 yards left of the hole, but he leaves himself a rare, decent birdie chance here on 6. Now Rory will play an 8-iron. It hits the middle of the green. That's actually a good... Oh, no, it wasn't. I looked down to read where it was on the chart. I can't replay it for you, but that caught the slope, and my goodness, he's got 75 feet for birdie. 76 feet. Guess what he's going to do? Lag. The key is, if you can get this to within 1 to 3 feet, he's got a 2 and 3 chance of getting this within a makeable par putt. And that wasn't it, boys and girls. He rolled the 6-5. That's the second worst roll you can get. And so Rory has 8 feet for par here on 6. So here's Spieth, 14 feet for birdie. And he's on the flat part of the green. He's got a good chance, a 1 in 3 chance of getting home. Oh, and he barely missed it. He needed that play result number to be pretty much under 12, and he rolled a 15 on the 6-2. But Spieth walks to the 7th tee at 2 under par. Now Rory, 20 and 36 chance, so about 50-50 from here. Nailed it. 14 was the play result number. Anything under 20 was going to work. And so Rory with a huge par save here on 6. We go to the 7th. Jordan Spieth at 2 under. On Uncle Ron's, whatever I labeled this. Golf Planet. Rory McIlroy at 1 over. Glad to have you along, Jim Oakes. All right, Mr. Nance, tell us about Pampas, the 7th hole. This hole is straight but extremely tight. Drives are often played to the left center of the fairway, leaving a short to mid-iron from a level lie. Players will need to avoid 3 bunkers in front of the green and the 2 behind. Use the contours of the green to get the shots close. All right, so you can go as long as you dare to. The fairway is flat and does not slope to either side. And so Jordan's going to take a 3-wood and aim it about there. He hopes to leave about 100, 110 to the pin. 18 is a mediocre shot. Left it well back, and as 125, he may actually have to hit a full wedge and not a spinner. And this second shot is just, you can see the trouble there. What's Rory going to do? Rory pulls out the 3-wood. And banged it right down Broadway. 95 yards to the pin, 269 off the tee. Hit it very straight. You can see the box on the right shows you where you would look if you were doing the cards and dice thing. If you've watched Rob's videos, Rob plays APA golf. This is pretty much the same thing. And as with most of the APA creations, this one definitely has their own spin to it. Now, here's Jordan. Yep, he's going to have to... Wow, this is a difficult shot. If he goes with the club that he's been given, he's going to leave it short. So he's going to go with the full pitching wedge. Here's that green. So anything long of the hole is going to come right back. Going to hit a knockdown, so he hopes to knock it down 5 yards. If he can play the slope, he can get this close. And that's what he did. He's got about 5 feet for birdie. And that's why Jordan's won himself a Masters at one point in his career already. All right, Rory's going to be able to go in with a spin a wedge in. The rear admiral says, just go right at it there, big boy. And he does, and it's short of the hole, but about 8 feet. Max Cornelius, how you doing? You got a hole-in-one years ago in real life. Where'd you play, Dave? So Rory's got 9 feet for birdie here on 7. Up the hill, about a 50-50 chance from here. Not a difficult putt at all. It's pretty much just straight up the hill. And he left it. Oh, it lipped out. Oh, dear. And so Rory will take his easy 4 and remain 3 shots behind Spieth. This putt's going to run on Jordan. It's down the hill. It's pretty much straight. He's got a 2 and 3 chance of making this to go 3 under through 7. Yep, doubles will always do. And Jordan's pin hunting here. He's got a 4-shot lead through 7 holes. To the par 5 8th. Jim, tell us about Yellow Jasmine. The longer hitters can get home in 2, but there's a fairway bunker in play on the right, placing a premium on accuracy. This uphill hole features trouble left of the green. All right, thanks. Jordan's got the driver out. So he's going to get full distance on it, and then the climb starts with the second shot. And that pin is in the back left. So if Jordan can avoid the bunker, he may actually have a shot at this in 2. Well, he avoided the bunker, but I don't think he's going to have a shot. You got a decent dice roll out of the deal. 270 to the pin, 291 off the tee. But it rolled about 20 yards left of target. Rory's chomping at the bit. He's a power hitter. And I think with a good drive, he could actually get home. Oh, no. That's a bad drive. That is a terrible drive, and Rory sunk it 40 yards off target. So he's not getting home in 2, and depending on the trouble, he may not get home in 3. All right. Oh, no. He is a dead duck. All right. He can draw this with the 6-iron, and he's just going to try to put this in play. Rory in desperate trouble here in the 8th hole. Good save. That's a tremendous save for McIlroy. He leaves himself about 145 to the pin. Now, Spieth can go right at this. Going to aim to the right, play his 3-wood, hopes that the slopes around the green will lead it on the green and give himself a 2-putt birdie. And he will take that 7 days out of 6. So Jordan has about 40 yards left of the hole. Rory has mangled his second par 5. Remember, he bogeyed the par 5 second. He's got 141 yards. Remember, it's a 10. Oh my goodness, that's right. It's a 10-yard penalty too. Pitching wedge for McIlroy. Oh, a tremendous shot for Rory. He got it right there. So he's got 6 yards, about 18 feet for birdie. It was the hole with, hey, don't sell yourself short, Gardner. You got yourself a hole-in-one. Now here's Jordan. The Rear Admiral says the best shot from here is 2 yards to the right. You see the slope, it's going to land on a downslope and then feed itself towards the hole. So if Jordan can get this within 5 feet, he could be pin hunting for his 4th birdie on the front 9. And you can see how fast this course is. I mean, he hit a good number, and it rolled 10 feet past the hole. So Rory is 18 feet for birdie. This is a messy downhill putt. If he can get this within 2 feet, he's done a good bunch of work here. He can make it. He rolls 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, and 6-6. He rolled a 5-5, and he's going to get a par. He rolled doubles again. He would have made it on a 3-3. So Rory shakes his head. He's had his birdie chances and has not scored. Here's Spieth, 10 feet. A little less than 50%. The good news is it's going up the hill. And he rolled double ones. And so that would have been good from 100 feet. So Jordan Spieth, right now, as we start heading towards Amen Corner, holds a 5-shot lead. But stranger things have happened. Jim, tell us about Carolina Cherry, the 9th. This hole is best known for the green that slopes from back to front. Players often hit the downhill tee shot down to the right side to take away the 2 greenside bunkers on the left. You're going to get 20 yards. This ball is going to be absolutely kaboomed. Jordan's going for it. And he drove it right. The first mistake by Spieth today. He rolled a 1-6. So he's got 145 and those bunkers to contend with. Rory going for accuracy here with a 3-wood. Crowd likes it. He should like it. 295 in the middle of the fairway. Well, on the right side of the fairway. 136. So what's Jordan got? To give him an 8-iron, 155. It's flat. Anything short of the green is going to roll away from it. And if he misses left, there is sand. Well, he found the putting surface, and that's all that matters. He hit it hard, he hit it straight, and he's on. So, 2-putt par will work. McIlroy, ooh. Going to take a knockdown pitching wedge. He's going for this pin. And he's got a good birdie chance. That spun right down there. Got a mediocre dice roll, but has about 15 feet. All right, Spieth's going to lag this. Putting chart 5 is the worst chart you can have, so you don't mess around with this. You don't punch the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with the putt at Augusta. And a beautiful larger than 3 feet. And so Spieth should get the par. Now Rory from 18 feet, this is to get him to even after the first 9. A 1 in 6 chance of making this. And he does! Rory McIlroy. First 9 of 36. Jordan Spieth for par. Makes it. So those are your scorecards through 9 holes. Got the most famous 9 holes in golf coming up. And Jordan Spieth holds a 4-shot lead. Okay, well, if you're still watching this, I'm greatly appreciating that. And again, thank you so much for 250 subs to the channel. It means so much to get to that number. And you guys have just been great. And if you're new to the channel, because I don't do golf very often, we're doing a 1982 Major League Baseball replay. We're playing the 2007 Patriots Challenge, where the Patriots are playing against 8 other all-time great teams. Those games are normally Friday afternoon, but we're doing one Monday night. Along with some other things, some fights, some NBA basketball. I want to get some more golf in and some other things. So if you're new to the channel, thank you oh so much, and hit that like and subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, I certainly appreciate that. All right, so 9 more holes to go. We did the front 9 in 40 minutes. Thanks, Max Cornelius. I do appreciate that. This is a test. I actually want to do an all-time greats Augusta because the Masters is in a couple of weeks. So this really is to see just how long it's going to take me to play around the golf and interact with you. So my hope was to get it under 2 hours, and so I think we are. All right, let's get back to it. So we start the second 9, as they call it. The patrons are excited. It's a 4-shot lead. Let's get to it. Remember what I changed the button configuration here. The logo is on F7. The course is F8. Let's see. So putting, Jordan had 13 putts on the front side, and Rory had 16. And at Augusta, that really makes all the difference. So we start the back 9, and this one is Camellia. We start Amen Corner, Jim. Tell me about it. The famous downhill fairway of this long par 4 can produce some long drives, although tee shots that stray to the right will not get the benefit of the extra roll. The green slopes from right to left. Historically, this is the toughest hole at Augusta National. Well, I hate the 11th hole. For me, that's always the toughest one to play, and that's next. But you're going to get 10 yards, but if you play it left, you're going to get some slope. And so Rory is going to go the 3-wood. It's a gutsy shot. If he misses left, that's got some serious pine cone yardage if he goes left here. So, oh, they love it. They love it. Did he get the roll? But he did get the. He kind of got the roll. 282 off the tee. A very good drive with this 3-wood. And he has 210. Remember, this is 485 from tee to green. Now, Jordan will play this to the left with his driver. Ooh. Ooh. He got the distance, but he hooked it 30 yards to the left, and he's in the pine straw. So it really all depends on his lie there in the middle of where Bubba Watson would put it. So Jordan in trouble here off the 10th tee. Now Rory is 210 to the pin. It slopes heavy to the left. So he's just aiming for the middle of the green with a 6-iron. He wants to leave it short in the middle. You don't mess around with this green. You take your 2-putt par and you go home. You take the 2-putt par and you go home. And that's what Rory's done. Rory had a chance to win here a few years ago and put it so far left. He was in the lawn at Butler Cabin. He looked like a little boy playing wiffle ball, looking for his ball. Now, Spieth actually does not have a well, he can't get there. In fact, he has really no shot. He's going to draw a punch, and my guess is he gets it to the bunker. This one is in deep, deep doo-doo. That's a good shot. He kept it out of the sand. He's got 90 yards for his third. Maybe with a good pitch, he can actually make the par. All right, Jordan, 89 yards. And the Admiral tells you that 1 yard right to the pin is where you should aim it. You go for this. He gets as close. He's a good enough putter. He can actually save par from here. But this is his third. Unbelievable. Well, he's got it. He left it 2 yards long, but he's got about 6 feet. And so Spieth can actually save par here, and that's amazing considering he was in the middle of that forest. Left of the fairway. Now Rory, as I said, 2 putts and run. He lags it. Oh, and he hit the worst number on the dice roll. And so would you believe that he now is still away? Jordan Spieth has a closer putt for par than Rory McIlroy. The good news is it's up the hill. The bad news is Rory is leaking oil again. He made it. He had a single-digit dice roll number, or play result number, and so Rory just wipes his brow, goes on the card as a 4, doesn't matter. Now Spieth for an amazing par. This is a tough putt. Chart 4 of 5. Not a gimme. But no worries. The play result number was a 13, and they run to the 11th hole. Jordan Spieth leads by 4. Now, Jim, tell us about White Dogwood, the par 4 11th. This difficult hole is the start of Amen Corner, and the wind is always a factor. A pond guards the green to the left, and a bunker is strategically placed in the right center. This hole has decided all but 3 of the Masters sudden death playoffs, and may be remembered for Larry Mize's incredible chip-in in '87. I don't think you can make that shot today. All right, you get 5 yards off the tee, and your second shot is going to be with the wind. You play it right. Rory's taking the 2 iron. Crowd likes it. 267 off the tee. No fuss, no muss. And he finds the short grass. Now it's Spieth. Aims to the right a little bit. Hugs the right side, but is in play. 252 off the tee and 200 to the right, to the pin. Not a great dice roll. That was an average shot at best. Now this light swirling wind. Look where that pin is. You've got water on your left. You got water long. Jordan's just aiming at the center of the green. Saying a novena or 2 with the 6 iron in his hand. He's dry. That's really what he cares about. The wind knocked that down 13 yards. So that'll give Rory something to think about. Now Rory seeing what happened to Spieth. Pulls a 6-iron. He up clubs one. Oh my goodness! He rolled a double. That's the best you can do with a 6-iron from there. And he's 12 feet for birdie on a hole that doesn't give out birdies. So Spieth technically has to punt. Is it too early to dislike this? You can dislike it, Dave. But just remember, Mr. Tretiak lover, I can dislike yours too. So Spieth will lag this from 66 feet. And a bad lag. So Jordan is 7 feet for par. 2-4 is the worst dice roll you can get. Oof. 2-shot swing coming here. Here's McIlroy. 10 feet for birdie. A 1 in 3 chance of making this. And he chunked it. He missed it by 4 feet. The easiest part of this hole is the green. And they both have long par putts to come. Spieth. About 2/3 of a chance here from 7 feet. Not a hard putt. Mid-road putt. And he missed it. He rolled a 2-4. And he's got 3 feet coming back for bogey. Now McIlroy. This isn't a difficult putt at all. And he nails it. And the lead is now 3. Maybe. How you doing, ID? Oh, Dave, that's awesome. Dave Gardner, by the way, has made some awesome ranks for Action PC Hockey. And he's currently doing the 1972 Summit Series between the Canadians and the Soviets. Looking forward to that. So Spieth for bogey. Rolled double, so he makes it, but the lead is 3 through 11. Welcome to the 12th hole, Golden Bell. Jim, one of the most famous holes in golf. This is the shortest par 3 on the course. With swirling winds, club selection for a knee-knocking tee shot can range from a 6-iron to a 9-iron. Rays creek in the 3 bunkers guard this impossibly narrow green. All right, Rory has the honors here. It's a swirling wind. There is no good aim point. You just want it on the pin. You are going to make a bogey if you find those bunkers long. And if you go short, the creek is right there. So Rory is going to take his 9-iron. But you don't know what the wind is. And right now, the last 2 holes that you've had swirling winds, actually Rory's going to take an 8. He's going to up club one here. Has been into the wind. And, well, let's just see. Oh, no. There was no wind. It blew it 10 yards away from the target. And Rory has an impossible shot out of that back bunker. Jordan Spieth takes the 8-iron out, put it on the surface. All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The wind took that 20 yards right, and Spieth is going to drop from the drop zone. And Spieth will hit his... This is for par, 54 yards. You can look at the slope. If he misses this green, it's wet. Well, that's for bogey, about 5 feet. But Rory just... Folks, this is a lot more difficult than it looks. I'm surprised that there's no slope there between the bunkers and the green. If he runs it long, It could be wet. He ran it long. He's got about 10 feet for par. He's got 9 feet for par. But if he makes it, then he's got about a 50-50 chance. And he's going to gain one more on Spieth with the big show holes to come. He left it short. And so Rory slides in with a bogey. He's one over again. Now Spieth, this isn't dead from 4 feet. There's actually 3 chances he misses this. But not with a 31, he doesn't. So they both bogey the 12th. Jordan Spieth falls to 2 under. Rory McIlroy at 1 over. We go to the par 5 13th with Jordan Spieth holding a 3-shot lead. Well, you can see the mouse. I didn't realize that. Well, this is one of my favorite holes of all time because you can go for this in 2 if you find the target area. Jim, tell us about Azalea. Azalea, 485-yard par 5. A delightful risk-reward hole where both 3 and 7 are possibilities. An accurate shot to the center of the fairway allows a player to go for the green in 2. A tributary to Race Creek guards the green, and behind the putting surface are deep swale and 4 bunkers. From tee to green, there are approximately 1,600 azaleas. My wife is eating food. You see where the slope is, you can see where the arrows are, so you want to aim, make sure you stay to the right and have the ball slope down to the middle of the fairway. And so I think Rory's happy with that distance. And he's going to go with a 5-iron. You do not want to go driver here. Might have hit it too short. Yeah, he rolled a 5 for the result number, and that's about 10 yards shorter than what he wanted. So he's got 250. It all depends on what the lie is, if he can go for it. Here's Jordan. He's going to play a 3-iron. He's going to be a little daring there in hopes that he can hit a straight. Crowd likes it, or the patrons do. And again, he hit it short. He actually took one more club than Rory, and now in 6 yards away. So can Spieth get it home? Well, he can go for this with a 3-wood. He can make the green. The wind is not swirling. And he's a good shot. So he's going to go for the center of the green. This is risk-reward golf. There's no wind. Yep, he's on. Make your 2-putt birdie and run. He's got about 55 feet, but he'll take it. Now McIlroy has the same decision to make. For him, it's a 3-iron. Center of the green. And he actually has a chance at eagle here. So both these guys are on in 2. So what's Jordan going to do here? He can go for it. He doesn't really need to go for it. Take your 2-putt birdie, lag it along, and get to 3 under. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. He leaves himself about 3 feet. And Rory is looking. Does he go or does he play for the 4? He's down 3 shots. He's going to go. And he underhit it. Didn't hit it hard enough. That's hard to believe. He's got 5 feet for birdie. How you doing, Anthony? Anthony had a nice fight, Glory Games Boxing, today between Jack Dempsey and Jack Johnson. It had more twists and turns than a roller coaster. So Rory, 5 feet. Good chance of him making this. This is not difficult. And he finally makes a birdie on a par 5. He rolled an 18, so that'll work. So Rory back to even. Now for Spieth, there's only one roll you don't want to see, and that's a 2-4. Rolled double twos, and so Jordan Spieth goes to the 14th tee with a 3-shot lead. That was crazy. It really was. All right, Jim, tell us about the 14th, Chinese Fur. Has Dave disliked this video yet, by the way? The only hole on the course with no bunkers. Number 14 is a deceptively tough hole, made more difficult by a green that terraces down sharply left to right, with significant contours. From a well-struck drive, the second shot will be usually a short to middle iron. Well, with no bunkers, you're going. I don't think that's how you play it in real life, but leave it. Get that wedge in your hand. There's really nothing there. The trees aren't going to hurt you. Just hit it straight, Rory. And Rory slams it down Broadway. 321 yards off the tee, leaving himself a wedge from 92 yards. This is ASG Golf. It's been out for several years. This is now the 3rd complete version of it. If you're familiar with Appa Golf, this is a takeoff on Appa Golf. It's pretty much run by 2 die, and the cards have 3 columns. From a driver through a 4-iron, you read the W column. The rest of the irons and wedges, you read on the I column, and when you putt, you read on the P column. And so it's a chart and dice game. And they just released the 2010 decade set, and so Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth are there. You can sink a lot of money into this. In fact, I have sunk a lot of money into this. Jordan Spieth gonna drive Miss Daisy here. Crowd likes it, as they should. Jordan, not as long as Rory off the tee, but he's going to be able to spin a wedge in there from 118, 296 off the tee. Dale, how are you, buddy? Didn't see you there. Yep. Hope you guys are enjoying this. And again, thank you for 250 subscriptions. I really, really do appreciate it. So, Jordan, here's what the green looks. You can see where the front half of this green, the bolder the arrow, the deeper the slope. And so the rear admiral tells Jordan a yard short is where your target is. And Jordan got himself a birdie putt. About 10 feet, but it's a birdie putt nonetheless. It rolled here. Now Rory from 92 yards. And again, the admiral, about a yard short is where Rory's target is. Oh, and he pulled it left. The crowd likes it, but that's not a good shot. He missed his target by 8 yards. And so for Rory, he's running out of chances. Spieth has 12 feet for him. Again, Rory's going to have to go for it. So 4 and 36, 1 in 9 chance here for Rory. If you're going to miss, that's a good miss. He rolled a 16, so it's a 1-3. And it's a tap-in par from McIlroy. He's got to do something on 15 coming up. Jordan Spieth from 12 feet. This is for a 4-shot lead. He's got a 1 in 3 chance. Spieth, one of the best middle distance putters of all time. and he left it short. Just a tap in for Jordan, and we go to the 15th. It's still a 3-shot lead for Spieth on Uncle Ron's Golf Planet, because we can't say in the title, Shell's Wonderful World of Golf. All right, Mr. McIlroy, you still have the honors here. And Jim, tell us about Firethorn. Firethorn is a 500-yard par 5. Accuracy is critical off the tee. Still, it's an eminently reachable par 5 when the winds are favorable. A well-hit second shot must carry the pond and avoid the right-hand bunker. Do not come up short as the green slopes towards the water. Gene Sarazen's double eagle here in 1935 is golf's most famous shot. All right, the yardage book shows nothing, but if he can, he's going to go with his 3-wood here. If he can reach the slope, he might get a few more yards. But Rory's thinking 3 off the tee here. Well, he found the fairway, but he missed the target by 15 yards. So 238 for Rory, and he'll have an interesting decision to make. Whether he'll lay up just below the pond or go for it. Jordan, gonna go driver. Oh, and he nuked it. He hit the long drive chart and he rolled through the fairway. Ah, dang it, you hear from the tee. So Jordan, the good news is he has 190. He's going to lay up. So McIlroy actually has a chance. He's got 238. Again, we'll show the chart. There's no really wind. So it's a question of the right distance. He's going to go with a 4-iron. Jordan's not in terrible trouble. But Rory's going to gamble. And he gambles well. He is on in 2. He hit a perfect shot. He's 8 yards away. And so Rory is going to have a eagle putt. Thanks. Thanks, Bleacher Bums. I appreciate that, Anthony. So Jordan does not have a... We'll see. Jordan can hit the draw. Does he dare? 140. No, he's going to lay up. He's going to lay up with a 9-iron. And that's perfect. So Spieth took the water out of play, took the trees out of play. He's going to spin in a wedge from 67 yards. You can adjust those draws or fades, and it will do things with the die. But that's absolutely the perfect shot for Spieth. So a 4 is still in play from Jordan. Green will slope from right to left, and so the Admiral says just leave it a yard short and to the right. He hit a couple yards long, but he's got 7-8 feet for birdie. That's not going to be a terribly difficult putt. Now McIlroy is going to lag this because there's only the chances of him making it really don't change, and he wants his birdie. Spieth is 8 feet, and that's not a gimme. And McIlroy just hit a terrible putt. What was the dice roll number there on a 6-3? 18. He needed that putt to be a lot better. And now he has got 3 feet to clean up. Now here's Spieth. About a 2 and 3 chance here. And he missed. Ho ho. Well, Jordan will make his par, and that's a disappointment considering that he made the conservative shot from the rough. And now McIlroy to make this a 2-shot game with 3 holes to go. He does. He sunk it. And so we go to this big 16th hole. All right, Jim, tell us about Redbud. Redbud is playing 174 today. His tee shot is all carry over a pond to a green secured by 3 bunkers. The famous Sunday pin placement tucks the hole behind the pond and the front bunker. It's about actually where it is today. Make use of the steep slope on the green to feed balls down to pins to the lower tier. Avoid the bunker behind the green when playing to a pin on the top tier. This is what you want to see. We're not kidding about slope. Center of the green, 8 iron for Rory. If he hits it right, he'll be dancing with a hole. Well, he took the slope out. Oh, but look at that spin. So Rory has about 9 yards for birdie, about 30 feet. Spieth. Same shot. Knocked down 7. Kind of between clubs for Jordan. He got a good bounce. And so he's sitting within 10 feet for birdie, and that might be enough. 2 shots is not a lot. McIlroy is going to lag it. His chances of making it are just about the same. And you don't want a 3-putt. Good putt. So Rory's in with a par. A big birdie putt for Spieth. How you doing, Al? So 8-footer for Spieth for birdie. To give him a 3-shot advantage with 2 holes to play. He made it. He needed to get under a 22 on that play result number, and he rolled a 16. So Jordan Spieth takes a 3-shot lead to the 17th hole. Nandina, the 425-yard par 4 17th. And Jim, tell us about it. The famous Eisenhower Pond at the left center of the fairway is approximately 210 yards off the tee. Right where the mouse pointer is. Again, an accurate tee shot is a must. The green slopes dramatically off toward the back. Players need to leave their shots below the hole. Okay, this one is actually going to, I believe, is the rise to the 18th, which itself has the climb of a 5-story building. So you're going to lose 10 yards off the tee. It's an uphill tee shot. So Jordan is going to go driver. Yardage is important. You can get it past the tree, you're pretty much golden. But he's carrying a 3-shot lead. Here at 17. That's what he needed. What a roll. What a roll for Spieth. 290 off the tee. He got his 10 yards back. It might have rolled left, but a hook past the tree. And Spieth has a 136 to the pin with a second shot. So is the... That's later, Al. That's later. And again, for those of you joining late, thank you so much for 250 subscriptions to the channel. So appreciated. Rory's going to go with the big stick. You can't drive it too long. It's a question of driving it straight. And Spieth did not make the mistake, so Rory's got to gamble. Got it past the tree, but found out what passes is rough here at Augusta. Did not hit it very long. And he has 150 to the pin. And, oh, now can he get it there? Yes, he can. There's tree trouble with a lower loft, but with a pitching wedge, it won't matter. 145. You can see from the yardage book here that a pitching wedge shot is fine. He's got to get this close. And he misclubbed it. He's plugged in the bunker. He misclubbed it. He rolled to 17. He got no roll. And Jordan is breathing a sigh of relief because Rory is in deep, deep doo-doo here at 17. Now, Spieth is 135. It's a full pitching wedge. And as long as he doesn't put it in the bunker, he cracks a smile. Oh! Ho, 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 ho. He rolled a 5 and he's thanks, Al, and he's within 1 yard of a birdie. So Jordan Spieth, showing why he is a Masters champion, is within 1 yard. What a shot. It may help if I whisper more, Dave. We'll do that. So Rory is behind the proverbial 8 ball. The Rear Admiral says 2 yards to the left and curl it in. Pretend you're bowling. Rory. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Oh, my goodness. That's a tap-in for par, but he needed a birdie. Now, here's Jordan Spieth. Dave Gardner was whispering. And we got to be really quiet here. The only dice roll you don't want to see from Spieth right now is a 2-4. Roll a 4-6. So Spieth goes to the 18th hole with a 4-shot lead. We think. Now, same thing for Rory, no 2-4. Roll the 4-3. Gardner, the smart Alex, says, yells, get in the hole. You're a turkey. I love you. You're a turkey. So here's how we go. Here's how we got to the 18th hole. Jordan Spieth was 4 under on the first 9, a 32. McIlroy bogeyed the second after misplaying several shots. Birdie the 9th. Spieth kind of wobbled in the Amen's corner. He bogeyed 11 and bogeyed 12. Rory bogeyed 12 because his tee shot found the bunker back. Rory has made a bogey or birdied both of the par 5s on the back side, which is what you need to do. But Spieth has found his putter again. A great iron shot off the 16th tee for an easy birdie. And then a nice iron shot here on 17. And the difference is Jordan's only had 26 putts and Rory's at 31 already. You never want more than 30. This, you cannot outdrive this. And again, Jim will tell you about Holly. Closing hole is 405 yards of par 4. A rugged finisher, this uphill dogleg right is protected off the tee by 2 bunkers at the left elbow. The uphill second shot will likely require a middle iron to a green guarded by 2 bunkers. Par is a good score, especially under the crushing Sunday pressure. All right. You're losing 50. Like I said, this is the equivalent of a 5-story building climb off the 18th tee. You're losing 15 shots with your tee shot and then 10 to the green. And so it's 253 to that second bunker. Spieth is going to play a 3-wood, and he's not going to be able to reach it, which is fine. He just wants to put the ball in play with a 4-shot lead. And rolling doubles will make that nice. He got it 256, and so he leaves himself 134 for a second shot. And I hope this means that Mr. Al's going to run a fight with Mr. Stevenson. Rory will not go driver. 3-wood. In fact, he's going to go with a 2-iron. Which is the right shot, but he found a divot. There weren't supposed to be any divots. And so what does that mean? Well, there's a 50-50 chance this will be considered a sand shot from 154. That's the last thing Rory needs. All right, 154 is considered a sand shot. He's going to play an 8-iron, remember. We're a 10-yard shot up the hill here. Climb. He found the right spot. That's actually a very good spot. But a fortuitous bad break for Rory McIlroy. He is get it up over that bunker. Lots of room in the back. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. 15 feet. Nothing wrong with the 70 at Augusta, and Rory has a chance at it, considering that he was over par for most of the round. 9-iron for Jordan. He'll knock it down. His iron play has been crisper than the iceberg on your cheeseburger. How about in the hole? How about that? Jordan Spieth's going to shoot a 66. As the late Stuart Scott would say, this round has been cooler than the other side of a pillow. Unbelievable shot. I wish I could show you the replay of that. What a golf shot by Jordan Spieth. And he's going to shoot, as I said, a 66. As I said, Rory has not played a bad round. Hasn't played a great round, but he hasn't played a bad round at all. She's got a 1 in 3 chance of getting this done. And he just missed. I mean, he just missed. So he's in with a 71. And now here's Jordan Spieth. Jordan Spieth's going to win the first ever Uncle Ron's Golf Planet. Don't roll a 2-4. 1-4 will work. And there you have it. A second 9 of 34 for Spieth. 3 straight birdies coming home. And Jordan wins this by 5 shots. An incredible second 9 performance from Spieth after bogeying 11 and 12. He birdied 13, 16, 17, and 18. And he wins this by 5 shots. Well, yeah. And so there you go. So if you've never seen ASG Golf, the demo is free. ASGgames.com. You can play the backside of Sawgrass, and it comes with 24 golfers. And then you can go a whole kit and caboodle. You can get all the decade sets. They have individual seasons for sale. And now they have 81 courses you can play. Yes, 81 courses. Unfortunately, it's not multiplayer. I wish it was, because I would love to play some of you there. But there you go. So we'll swing some golf into this. This actually worked rather well on Uncle Ron's Golf Planet. Jordan, 27 putts for 18 holes. That's fantastic. And Rory, 33 at Augusta. That makes all the difference in the world. So again, thank you so much for 250 subscribers. I'm looking at the time I did this, and then I think what I might do is run an all-time Masters tournament, tape some, and then do the final round live. The key was to try to do a round of golf within 2 hours, and I did, and chatted with you. And so, thank you all so from whatever. There's no, unlike Action PC, we can hit from there's only one tee you can hit from the back. The ladies have a forward tee. All right, so I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you again so much for 250. I'm so appreciative of it. Tomorrow we're going to go through the basics of Action PC Baseball before the real baseball starts. And until then, I'm Ron Juckett. I'm assuming that my elbow hurt my elbow. Don't know how I did it. I've got some dry skin. It feels good right now. And so I'm assuming that if we do a chat with Al tonight, that I'll be on. And so until then, we'll talk to you the next time.